Inside Number 9, Love's Great Adventure, is an episode you can't really talk about without spoiling it. The whole premise of the episode is that you are following a family through the Christmas period as they show you little snippets of their life, with every day being shown as having passed by an advent calendar door opening. You've initially introduced to this sort of 2.4 children family. It's a mum, a dad, and two kids. One's a teenager, one's probably around, I don't know, 10 or 11. And they're under the normal stresses of a family of that size at Christmas. Money worries, mum's trying to put some by, dad's got to get work, and the kids are pressing for presents and prom dresses and things like that. Then, as the story goes on, it plays with your expectations of what the characters are doing and what their relationships are. There's an uncle who comes in who's giving driving lessons and taking money from the family for that. Nothing seems wrong with that until at a later day there's a reference to the fact that probably not morally right that he should be doing that for his family. He might as well just give his niece a free driving lesson. You've got the money in the sort of Christmas box that the mum's put in 20 quid by every now and then disappearing, and you assume that the dad has taken it and he's up to something because you later see him disappear for a couple of days from the plot, and then he comes back with a broken arm and a black eye, and you think that he either pissed it up the wall and got in a fight, or he's been up to things to try and get money for the family. You're not sure of anyone's names, so there's reference to a "do you think your Patrick's coming back?" and you're meant to think that's the dad, but it's not. And then you have a reveal sort of about halfway, three-quarters of the way through, that they've got a son who's he's a degenerate drug addict, and he comes back for Christmas looking a state. Then you find further reveals that the little boy is not actually Steve Pemberton and the wife's child, is actually their son's child, and they're looking after him. And then you again find, through a flashback to the door number 9 on the advent calendar, that the money went missing and the dad got his injuries from the son breaking into their house beforehand, trying to rob them and beating up the dad. And what's both sad and good about this is that the acting's really excellent. You feel that Steve Pemberton and the wife, I can't think of the name, sorry, I'll put it up at the bottom, really do care for their children. Even though he's robbed them and beaten them up, they let him back in. And you know that there's probably families out there like that, experiencing that very same thing. Also, you find that the son is being harassed by a debt collector, and the family is still saying, well, that's your problem. They look for a way to try and sort it out. The dad's on edge, staying up at night waiting for this debt collector to come round, and then at dinner time one day, the police come round, and you hear a door knock and you're meant to think it's a debt collector come to beat him up, but it's actually the police, again playing with your expectations. And they tell you that the debt collector was hit and almost killed in a hit and run. And then immediately you twig, because previously the mother had a car accident, and it was just mentioned in passing that, I just had a prank, wouldn't it like me? And of course you realise that the mother knew about the debt collector before, and she went and run him over to protect her son. You also see that the uncle pays for all the repairs to the car, not because he knows anything about the mother's actions, but because he feels bad about taking money off them at Christmas for the daughter's driving lessons. And it goes to show that you shouldn't judge people by your initial thoughts rather, and their initial actions, and that people have more sides than you might expect. I think it's a good episode. It's certainly a more dramatic and more serious episode than the previous ones, where you've got ghosts in a flat trying to get people to murder each other. But this just felt very sort of extremely well played and well paced, and it's worth watching. The only trouble is I can't explain it without there being any spoilers. Hopefully the quality of this series continues and the creativity level continues. Look, if you've got any comments on the episode, and please want to make them, please feel free to make them below. Otherwise, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel, and thanks very much for watching.